Welcome to your tarot reading, Aries and Aries Collective. This is your monthly extensive full moon tarot reading, where I always promise to look a little bit more for love subject. So if there is like one reading made in the new moon, that is predictions for May. Now we are in the middle of the May. Full moon is now 12th of Monday, 12th of May. And as you're the first star sign, I start to do this reading to get them all done by tomorrow, so you can get ready for your full moon. And this is your first card. We start with this Scorpio energy. We have a full moon in Scorpio, and I'm gonna give you a twin flame reading. There is kind of like a reaper here. This season is, of course, Taurus season. We have here Taurus shadow on the table. But its full moon is happening then in Scorpio. It's like opposite. So there is this blooming and then dying. Like Scorpio is representing often this kind of reaper. And the first flowers are gone, they are dying. There is this duality, like blooming and deceasing. But so you got this kind of Earth Wisdom card, like understanding. So there is some kind of bridging over this kind of understandment here, but we are coming to this twin flame reading now. So let's start. You got a crown chakra crystal, very high energy. You're the only one, Aries, who got this high energy. So let's see what we get going here. Just looking, do I have the booklet here if I need it? Yes. Okay, so this is still the Book of Shadows as above. Might read it if we need it. So we start this twin flame reading. To remind you that usually I give this option to co-create and ask question only in my predictive new moon reading, but I thought like, okay, yes, in the end of this reading, I'm gonna take one live question from the audience also, but you have to be Aries. There has to be some strong Aries placement. Or your cross watcher and you're asking about Aries, but there has to be the Aries is now the subject of this reading. And next hour we go forward with Taurus. So this is for Aries Collective. So let's go. So this is your Scorpio card. And to explain this reading a little bit, this is my own spread. I made it about this kind of Scorpio journey that is Scorpio, Eagle, and Phoenix. So there's kind of 3 stages. And we start now, your Scorpion first card is this. And then we start looking at the twin flame, what is happening in this kind of transformation. In these times is really like a things can be born. Spring is kind of born, but Scorpio is all about rebirth, so there's this kind of interesting energy. So let's see who is you in this reading, Aries. So your card is this. Twin flame for you, like a polarity, perfect polarity for you would be, who is this person? Okay. Then we have third position. We are looking into shadows. The shadow between you both. So a little darkness. Then we have how to heal. That kind of shadow. And then fifth is just I didn't write it here in the spread, but it's like a path to brighter future. So it's fifth position is that. Let's start looking. And maybe, okay, we take this advice card later. So we start with this kind of Scorpion. So you are showing up here, interesting. Very dark energy. It's like almost like an eclipse, but this is positive card. But in this deck, 10 of Cups becomes like a Hecate card, like a crossroad. But 10 of Cups is emotionally fulfilled, but still is a crossroad card. I think I have to read this card for you because it's very fitting to this kind of Scorpio full moon. Scorpio ruling planet is Mars and even Pluto. Pluto is currently in retrograde. So maybe there is some kind of darkness indeed here. It is. This is a positive card, but it's talking to me that you are in the deep waters. This kind of moment of going deep. Very Scorpio. Like there's no other way than to dive deeper. Full spectrum of your emotions. That's it. Let me see, where is this? So you're showing areas like this. The other world. Hecate is a triple-faced Greek goddess with power over heaven, earth, and the underworld. As with most goddesses, she has many associations. Here she is shown in her role as Queen of Ghosts. She protects ghosts from harm and also keeps them from doing mischief in our world. Hecate is often found at crossroads and at borders and boundaries. She is at home in liminal places. She navigates the space just between places, where things are shady and where it's easy to get lost. In our lives or in our relationships, there are spaces such as these, grey and uncertain. In these spaces, we can call on Hecate, who knows how to see and how to communicate with those who dwell on both sides of the line. For us, the other world can mean the place where spirits dwell, or it can symbolize those we are separated from and to whom we cannot seem to find our way back. The Ten of Water brings you squarely to a place of uncertainty and forces you to do something. There are people who you need to find or spirits you need to contact, allowing the fog and haze to grow between you and whoever is no longer an option. So it's time to kind of bring light back. And it is kind of said that these are the full moon in Scorpio is a kind of moments when the spirits are close. You got even the high crystal. This usually person who would be having something to do even with illness or something to do with the somebody's dying nearby. This crystal you get then. So I hope nobody near you is dying or you are having no sickness, but this is usually this kind of high energy that you are in very high king, queen energy. Can be a guru energy also, but you should avoid becoming like an egotist and see that you are more like the guru. But here, indeed, you are able to understand kind of bigger picture. And the understanding is exactly what is going on. This is even the world here. Maybe that moment is now immediately time to address. What is the first Scorpio card even for you? Because the understanding comes through really. You're called to understand more. Here it is. So this plant is mentioned here. Cinquefoil promotes the ability to see another's point of view and unravels hindrances to understanding. Then is a crystal dioptase enhances heart-centered communication. And creating a bridge between people or groups requires setting the ego aside. Center yourself in love and light with intent to understand things from others' point of view. Once you can see all sides, act as peacemaker, helping others release their biases and view others with compassion and understanding. An affirmation. I'm secure enough in myself to see others' viewpoints. I seek to build compassion and understanding between myself and others. So it is like finding kind of guidance even for others in a crossroad. Like you have this kind of higher point of view. You should not still be like egotist. Too proud of yourself. Okay, let's see your twin flame. Ta-da! Aries, who is your twin flame? Ah, the Fool. Summerlands, amazing. This is totally like a summer is coming. This can be, of course, now, are you female or not, but this Hecate came on the other polarity. So it could be opposite event, like this is if the Aries is here masculine, then maybe the masculine falls to this side, but this is the polarity. There is this Fool, completely new beginning. Actually, this full moon is said to be a moment of this kind of crossroad, that you have to kind of start something new. So it is showing in your twin flames energy. It's completely freely going without a shirt to the middle, having this kind of carefree, and oh my god, it's so beautiful, because I made this kind of short, just giving you a little information. I like to give this kind of teaching videos, how tarot and the white rose, it's like a mystic rose, and the white rose appears in two cards, in the Scorpio cards, the Death card, and in the Fool card, and it's all about transformation, but also innocence and purity of heart. And your person seemed to have a completely this kind of beginner's mindset here. So if you are having a little bit on this side heavy emotions, or that you are purging them, your person is kind of totally this kind of adventurous traveler who has no worry in the mind. It's good for you indeed hanging out with this person who, if you come from this kind of more dark and dense energy, then there is a lot of light here. But beautifully, it's like 10 and 0 together, they are 100. So it's a beautiful number, actually, this twin flame number here, to form together 100. It's like 100%. Interesting. So yeah, this is the twin flame connection. Let's go to see the shadows in this connection, because this is the whole point of the Scorpio reading. We are not going with the easy way with this twin flame. So the shadow between you both, this carefree Fool and emotional three-face wise woman. Wow, you got the Mother of Fire, Queen of Fire. So this is supposed to be the shadow between you both. So there is a lot of passion and sexual attention. What about shadow about this is kind of hard to understand. Is it like the passion is too much, that it creates a little bit like a devilish codependency? But that is attractive. This is a sexy queen. This is the intuitive risk-taking queen. Maybe taking risk is also part of this shadow. Interesting. So let's read about that Mother of Fire. Interesting reading coming. You got the most interesting deck. Nobody else got this deck, so you get this kind of high vibe characters here. Other signs get other decks, of course. This is not. They are just different. Gonna be different reading because the different deck. I'm always like when I get a new deck, I'm valuing it, which kind of energy it has, and this is clearly the crown chakra energy. So we have here the Queen, and that is shadow between you both. The Mother of Fire tends the fire. She nurtures the gift of fire within your life and helps it grow. The fire starter. That's the shadow. There was a fire even here. Maybe there's too much this kind of devilish fire. Let's see. Anyway, sexy. Very good essay. Ginger hair, I'm sold. Yeah, this is, are you into Aries? But again, happy birthday to you. I'm so sorry that my commenting was on Sunday, last Sunday, wearing red bed, somehow not visible to me. This whole holder of the phone was wrongly set, so I couldn't see it, and I didn't know. But now you are 1 year older. Anyway, next reading will be your Taurus reading, so now let's focus on the Aries. Anyway, it's not such a bad shadow to have this kind of devilish woman shadow, but maybe there has been some passion issues, who knows, some temperament things. Maybe even fire can be out of control. Maybe there is something like that. Yes. Yeah. But sometimes, yeah, I was just thinking nobody is tuning in, and I was like, okay, lonely reading, but eventually. Now, let's see now how to heal this shadow. So this problem here in this relationship is this too much fire or sexy queen. What is to heal it? Okay, water. So, I mean, kind of no-brainer, like, how do you handle too much fire? You put water on it. So this is 5 of water, 5 of cups, which is interesting that, no, it's earth, it's not cups, it's 5 of pentacle. So usually classic meaning is a little bit like a left in the cold feeling, not having enough. Interesting that comes here as a healing it, but maybe to understand that this card also, the classic, is couple focusing on the material world and not seeing the church that is nearby and the spirituality. So as fire and water are both healing energies, if you want to heal anything, you heal it with fire and water. Maybe balancing these two would be now the thing. Understand that they both are healing mediums, water and fire. And I don't think I have to read more. This is just like a big boulder of water that is very strong power. So having this strong fire and strong water in balance would be healing for you for sure. So emotions in, let yourself be emotional, like these water signs like Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces are very emotionally intelligent. That is needed, and going deep waters. Maybe this fire was, what could it be? Could be fast moving, fast burning all the way, fast consuming something. So not having a patience. So this could be the balance, to have more patience. Then we have here that brighter future, forward the path. Okay, Maiden of Air. So we have Maiden in this deck. Is it a page? No, it's a Knight of Swords. So communication in a way of ambitious. Let me read about this. It's female energy also. Can be very straight to the point. The Maiden of Air shares a song with the creatures of the air. She encourages intuitive, spontaneous, and joyful communication. Okay, so the communication might be one thing about going forward, like a brighter future, is that you communicate better. There is this kind of joyful communication. Intuitive, spontaneous, and joyful communication. But here is maybe a little bit like a passionate, can cause anger issues also, and here maybe too emotional. So having then this kind of mediator here. And birds are always in tarot like a soul symbols. So maybe we are going even into this advice card now to this bird aspect. So we start from the Scorpio card. Understanding is a key thing of your reading, Aries. Now we go to the love alchemy. That will be the eagle, a higher perspective, and maybe the birds are kind of, and actually this is, yeah, they're birds, kind of showing this kind of how the soulful communication is even needed. Here is like a butterflies. Anyway, this is the thing. Okay, I have to feel it. Now we see the eagle. When this transforms to an eagle, what happens? What is the alchemy, the love alchemy, the next level? This Aries. It is interesting. Spiritus Rector, benevolent guide. Okay, so there is no butterfly and a bird, but a bee. Which is, of course, queen bee is very related to that. So the eagle becomes, in your case, a bee. Still this kind of king and queen theme. So it's nice that Wearing Red you are here. Soon after this reading, in the next hour, I will start also the Taurus. Now let's focus. This will be the eagle aspect, transformation from this understanding to this. Inner voice, guide and ally. Oh, how easy it is to doubt the presence of the Spiritus Rector. The alchemist, falling into a moment of forgetfulness, feels alone in the laboratory and begins to doubt their work. Disarray and discontent follow. Who do I listen to? Where do I turn for guidance? All the while the benevolent guide hovers close, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be heard amidst the noise of the world. It whispers words of kindness and encouragement into the ears of the alchemist. When this card appears, it asks us to recall the guidance we have received at important junctures in our life. Wow, showing this Aries card is a crossroad card. Exactly. So this is even trying to make you understand all those crossroads in your life, turning points, to remember what was that. Pay attention if you're now in one. What are the signs? Received at the important junctures in our life. That benevolent presence is constant, not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. You cannot make a wrong choice when the Spiritus Rector is near. And what else? Okay, this is connected to the mystical sister card. But to distinguish it from the mystical sister card, the benevolent guide card is typically experienced as a presence within, not as another person. So turning inside is also asked, understanding that indeed happens alone. It's not always in a group. And building connection with the Spiritus Rector requires us to engage with the unseen world, the realms barely visible and rarely discussed. Close your eyes and begin. Wow. It's really asking you to go inwards. This is the eagle position now. Let's see now. This is a twin flame reading, and now we become a phoenix with this Pluto card. So we have a oracle of Pluto. Ta-da! What is it? What is that? Shadow that can give you power to become a phoenix, rise from the ashes. Okay, we have an elephant. Oh, I think this has been in my other readings, some pick-up reading. I love to see the lotus flower here because it's such a symbol of the crown chakra, and lotus is this kind of transformation process where it grows through the muddy waters. So there is this beautiful that it lands just with the water wall. So it's definitely like a message of transformation here. That it's like a part of this full moon in Scorpio twin flame journey now. Like you understand, like sometimes things are hard, but it's not to be fearful about that. totally see this elephant here bathing in the waterfall as well. Let's see. Elephant is usually a symbol for like a heart. Just it's a not bad omen at all. But let me see, where is this elephant? 8. So the Phoenix card for this twin flame reading. Obstacle, strength, majesty, wisdom, endurance. Perhaps one of the most famous images of an elephant is that of Hindi god Ganesh. He is the mover of obstacles, and people often pray to him when they need help overcoming one. If the elephant has arrived in your reading, it's possible you have an obstacle in your path now. There is strength and a certain wisdom required to tackle this pesky roadblock, as it may seem as heavy or big as elephant. However, along with strength, we must also have grace. Figuring out how to embody both at once and how to embody them effectively is where wisdom comes in. It's likely that the obstacle you're facing now is a frustrating one. Maybe the situation has been playing out for some time and you find yourself feeling defeated and discouraged. The elephant card also recalls for resiliency and endurance. Remember that elephants are often symbol of good luck. Yours may be right around the corner. And future reflection for Aries. Despite being one of the largest creatures in the animal kingdom, the elephant is a gentle giant. Imagine the force an elephant can muster and how they instead choose to channel that force through softness. How can embodying this same approach serve you now? Like a gentle giant. Like if you have indeed this kind of guru crystal, it is like how can you be using that power position well? Well, truth is often if you would have any narcissist people, they are always abusing the power position. So good leaders know that the power is responsibility also, that you need to use it for good. It's kind of saying here that whatever you have gone through, your gifts also help to those others who are not maybe in this lotus phase, who are only in the mud now. So understand this kind of beautiful abilities that you have also to support others. That is your twin flame connection, this 10 of Cups and a Fool, 100. Okay, I'm gonna now verify a little bit this little mini tarot. Interesting fact about the full moon in Scorpio, that it's said to be this moon is like micro moon that is actually small, that is very far from the earth. So interesting is that. And I have a mini tarot here. Micro moon and a mini tarot. Anyway, now Aries, let's see your twin flame connection again. A little more details about this. Who is this person and who is this person? Okay, beautiful. Sexy night. So if the sexiness was already here as an issue, there is this builder knight, sexiest knight of the tarot, Knight of Wands. Very passionate person on a horse. And here, okay, Queen of Swords. So this would be totally like a fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. This would be air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So the queen here, if there had been any pain in this case, the queen transformed the pain to wisdom. So there would be really wise word here. Of course, this is a cut the crap queen, so this queen doesn't tolerate any BS. So just to pay attention, like even is a carefree, still is a little bit serious about some boundaries or some issues. So this can be a little bit more like a carefree person here. This is a serious mental queen. Okay, so these are the characters here. We have also queen here on the table. What else? I think that is reading. Maybe I give you still the current feelings of a person. I have this heart box. Let's open the heart for Aries. So we have here Aries. Aries, what is going on? Your person, twin flame, thinks about you. Okay. We have here my sacrifices, greed. We've seen our share of ups and downs. Oh, how quickly life can turn around. In an instant, it feels so good to reunite within yourself and without your, what is it? Something. Your, let's find peace there. Magic. Okay. This talks about there has been ups and downs, but there is this kind of understanding. Clearly, person understands you. It's not always easy. Trusting the process of divine timing requires patience and faith. Twin flames are here to break free from limitations that comes with rules and expectations. There's more. This is twin flame reading, and we got the twin flame feelings. Twin flames are learning the importance of divine timing. The age gap is often part of the divine timing. It let both twins grow individually before coming together. And they show to the world what unconditional love looks like. There's a little age gap here, maybe this here also, but the queen would be older and man younger. Let's see. These can be energies. This is the polarity of Aries now. Confident. They see you as a confident Aries. As well, the end of all learning is to know God, and out of that knowledge to love and imitate Him. John Milton. And living by 3 simple rules. Love needs action, trust needs proof, sorry needs change. Yeah, person see this kind of simple rules. Love needs action, trust needs proof, sorry needs change. Okay, a little bit serious sometimes, but I think pretty good. So now Aries live, because I'm allowing one Aries to ask a question. Otherwise, I get ready to prepare the Taurus reading. One Taurus is here. So, did you like this reading? It's interesting little twin flame reading here. I love to see this. The first time I make it, and this spread I will be using next Sunday also in a pick-up pile reading. Only then I have also piles. So I have some double confirmation of the twin flames because I have pre-selected some cards to show that already. So is anybody of Aries wanting to admit that they want to ask a question? Maybe I start cleaning. Because now you could ask a free question, psychic question. And I'm willing to answer. Don't see anybody. So if nobody is showing up, I indeed will prepare the next reading. We'll see soon at the Taurus reading. Still the Taurus season. Let's show the Taurus shadow so you can make, wearing red bed, you can learn to make your own shadow. So see you soon. And thank you for seeing this video. If you liked it, give me a like, subscribe if I didn't. And yes, see you soon for Taurus.